could be on the phone at this hour out at the farm? Oh, I gotta put things right with Iva. Iva?
Iva? No. No, darling, it's me. It's Lucinda. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so am I.
I am here to celebrate.
Celebrate what?
Oh, boy, are you out of it? Cal Strickland, Strickco Oil. Day after tomorrow, we're going to get that Texas millionaire to sign his name in the right place on a piece of paper.
Yeah, that's swell, Lucinda, but I've got to call Iva. I've been getting a busy signal all night.
Darling, why did you tell Iva that Will Morley was coming into town tomorrow?
I used Will to get out of something she wanted me to do.
I thought there was nothing you didn't want to do with Iva.
Damn it. Maybe I better get out there.
Stop! Wait, I've just come from a party with Barbara Ryan. Do you want to help save Simply Barbara?
What? That's impossible.
No, not if Barbara were to design it again herself.
Oh, Lucinda, I think you've finally gone around the bend.
That's what she thought, then she changed her tune.
Well, now, what form of blackmail did you use to get her to even talk to you?
Oh, Kirk! Oh! She will. I know she will. Now, you've seen enough of Iva for one night. Order in some champagne.
I'm surprised that you would part with that particular painting, Lilith, since it was done by that Portuguese artist you're so fond of.
Oh, well, I'll pick up some more of them when I'm in Europe. I'm very familiar with his studio. It was up in the hills behind the sanitarium where Silvestri had me imprisoned.
Will you have an opportunity to visit with Megan and your other friends from the sanitarium while you're there?
None of those people were my friends, particularly Megan.
Oh, why particularly Megan?
Because she was stupid enough to fall in love with Dr. Silvestri and extremely jealous of me, who loathed him.
Well, did Megan work on Silvestri's manuscript with him?
Oh, who cares? Silvestri will never have the opportunity to publish it now. It was probably filled with lies designed to make people think that I still needed his help. No. The only person that I really cared about there was Tobias. Oh, he had a very irritating habit of looking at me as though I were under a microscope. But he is genuinely a dedicated, gentle man. And I do like him. In fact, I intend to tell him so when I see him at the fashion show.
Look,
At the Castle Walk.
I have something to tell you. I don't want you to be upset.
Oh, for goodness sake. Stop treating me like I'm some sort of mental patient. What is it?
Tobias is dead.
No. Oh, I'm sorry. What happened? How?
Teresa shot him. Probably because he discovered her connection to James Stenbeck.
Somebody should have done him that witch years ago.
What do you mean by that curious statement?
I simply meant that someone should have done her in before James Stenbeck ruined her life. Excuse me. Hello?
It's Tonio. I'm sorry you had guests when I came by earlier.
Yes, so am I, but I have very important plans involving both of them.
Are they still there?
Yes.
Ah, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, maybe tomorrow night, then.
Will you be free?
As I told you, my new arrangement with Meg means I'm always free now.
Well, you know how important freedom is to me. Perhaps we can enjoy a brief moment of it together.
You see, I decided that I was never going to tell you how I feel about you, though I did tell Iva and Betsy.
Josh, why would you tell them?
Well, I told Iva because I was leaving, and I thought that she would understand, which she did. And I didn't actually tell Betsy. She'd already figured it out.
Really?
Yeah. And the only reason I got enough hope to tell you now is because I've picked up on certain things since you got here. Like the fact that you flew all the way out here to be with me. This proves something, doesn't it?
Sure. It proves that I care enough to want to help you. But that's all.
That's really all there is to it? Maggie, I know how important your marriage is. And I know how much you want it to work. And all you've put up with. That's why I never hoped that you could ever return my feelings. But now, you got to be honest with me. I mean, tomorrow might be too late. All my plans I've got, I'll change them. New life, Going out west, everything. I mean, out the window. If you tell me you feel the same way about me, but you got to be honest with me.
If you really care about Landry, you'll go along with our new arrangement. If you don't, I'll have you put in prison for attempted murder.
Please, change our lives.
As the world turns. This portion brought to you today by doctor-recommended natural fiber Metamucil. And you could be regular for the rest of your life.
Why did you pick tonight to tell me this?
Because tomorrow's going to be too late. After the services, you're heading back to Oakdale. And when I finish up what I have to do here, I'm going out west. The only reason that I've admitted my feelings to you is because you came all the way out here to see me. And the way you talk to me, the way you've been looking at me, I feel you love me too.
Of course I love you. Like a brother or a special friend. I'm sorry if my coming out here made you think that my feelings were more than that. Oh, please don't be sorry for telling me. I'll always remember and cherish this moment.
I am feeling really foolish right now.
No, please don't. I love you even more for telling me how you feel.
It's Deltonio.
Yeah, still Tonio. Knowing how you feel, I can understand you wanting to leave Oakdale. Maybe it's best.
Do me a favor.
Anything.
If you ever feel that you can love me like I love you, find me, okay? Will you do that?
That's the easiest promise I'll ever make. But no, you need to, get on with your life. You need to find a woman without a Tonio in her life who can love you the way you deserve to be loved.
Well, it's going to be real hard to do that, loving you the way I do.
Can I ask you a question? In your apartment that day when you told me that I was keeping you from having a life of your own, always running to you with my problems and bugging you, did you say that only because you were afraid to tell me how you really felt?
Yeah. It's real hard to be with you so much, like feeling as I did. Do now.
Thank you.
This conversation needs to come to an end. I gotta get some rest.
Forgive me. I do love you. But I'll ruin your life if I ever admit it to you.
Well, I'll try again tomorrow. Hopefully we can finally spend some time together.
I hope so. I'd like to hear more about your new arrangement.
My wife no longer has anything to say about whom I see or how often I see them.
Interesting.
Why didn't it occur to me till now that Teresa could have been lying about her connection to Stenbeck and her cure and her visit to Megan?
But why would Teresa lie about that?
Well, possibly he put her up to it, to destroy me and those close to me.
No, Duncan, I think your paranoia is running away with you. I know that finding out that Teresa was James Stenbeck's accomplice was really terrible. But why would James have Lilith get to you somehow?
Yes.
Roderick knew how dangerous Lilith was, especially to me. If he told his chum, James, and he somehow arranged for her escape, and he encouraged her to come here, and even his score with me...
Far too many ifs for my taste, and far too far-fetched for me to believe. Lilith has not shown any psychotic tendencies toward you, nor toward me, so why don't we just accept Teresa's story as being true, that Lilith is fine, and then in a week or so, we'll say goodbye to Lilith.
I am so sorry. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. Oh. I remember you were telling me about Tobias. Oh, dear. I can't believe that anybody would kill him in cold blood, not even Teresa. Oh, my God. Oh, no.
It's all right.
Be a little more excited, a little more up. Cal Strickland, Strickco Oil, or simply Barbara. Oh, no, no. All he wants to do is talk to his girlfriend. Well, I'll see you in the morning first thing.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, remember that I want to give Iva a ride to the airport, so I'm going to be a little late.
You're going to be out at the farm constantly, right? Night and day, when Jared Carpenter arrives?
Is John going to be home soon? Is that funny? Did I say something funny?
Yeah, very funny. We'll talk about it some other time.
Hello?
Iva, what a relief. I've been trying to get in touch with you for over an hour.
Well, I had the phone off the hook till I figured that Lily or Meg might try to call me back.
You weren't avoiding me by any chance, were you?
Yes.
Why?
Well, let's just say that I'm confused and leave it at that.
I'm sorry, I can't do that. I know what this attitude's all about.
Oh, really?
Lucinda told me about the misunderstanding. Only Will Morley is coming in tomorrow, only Lucinda didn't know about it. So I'll drive you to the airport?
No, thanks. I'll get there on my own. Because bringing my father here tomorrow is top priority, and I don't want anything to spoil it.
Well, I'm sorry you think that I might.
Well, it's just that there are parts of you that I don't understand, and I really don't want to get into it tonight or tomorrow.
Look, Iva, earlier tonight you told me that you loved me. I really need to hear it again.
I do love you, but I also need to trust you. Good night. Oh.
Love isn't always that simple, is it?
Oh, boy, above and beyond. I don't know. It's just that being in love with Kirk is making this one of the most confusing times of my life.
Paul was kind of quiet at breakfast, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I figured that was just because Leanne turned down his offer for a ride to school.
Well, I know he's overly possessive when it comes to Leanne, but I think it had more to do with all that talk about his father last night.
No, by that yardstick, you were pretty quiet, too. You okay?
Yeah. You know, I've been living with this threat of James hanging over my head for so many years, I don't know what I'd do if it were gone.
Well, we may find out soon enough. As soon as I can track down Teresa, she'll lead us straight to James. And I've contacted Interpol and the Crime Commission in D.C. Maybe we'll get lucky.
I hope you're right.
Don't you two ever do anything else?
Not if I can help it.
Oh, how did your talk with Andy go last night?
Not too well. I never expected prejudiced and gay stereotypes from him.
I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. So what does this mean about your plans for moving in?
Well, I called Kim and Bob and told them it's on hold until he can either make peace with my lifestyle or tell me he can't.
Well, I think Andy will come around as soon as he realizes that you're no different now than you were before your conversation.
I think I made the right decision, though, by not telling Paul yet.
You know, living here, feeling the need to be honest about who I am is different than living in a big city where you can remain anonymous.
Well, that's true, but there are compensations here, and personally, I want you around for a long, long time. Get it?
Got it.
All right, I got to get to work. I'll see you guys
Oh,
later.
wait. Please. Would you call me the minute you hear anything about James?
The minute.
Bye.
Well, we have to get on the phone with Lilith and Shannon, get them over here for their fittings immediately.
I've got clothes ready for them to try on, and I want to show you a list I made up of a possible running order.
I have brought line originals now, and as far as I'm concerned, Simply Barbara can stay flush down the toilet where you and Kirk Anderson and Annette Pearl have put it.
Barbara, darling, I have your best interests. But if you cannot cooperate with me in this, I might just have to let loose my suspicions to your husband about little Adam Hughes.
Hello? Hello? What were you thinking about so hard?
How would you feel if we took over the design reins in Simply Barbara just to keep it from going under?
Good morning, breakfast. I always do some of my best work outside the office. At least I always did with Craig.
How did you know I didn't drive Iva to the airport?
Darling, it's elementary. I telephoned the farm. I wanted to find out Lily's telephone number, and Iva told me
I
that she is going to drive herself to the airport. Says the car is there when she gets back with Jared Carpenter.
So why breakfast here?
Well, it's small. It's intimate here. I like to plan strategy in this kind of atmosphere. Cal Strickland, or indeed Barbara Ryan.
You know, I'll tell you something. If you can pull that off, my already considerable respect for you will leap to new heights.
Hey, baby, you get ready. You get ready to leap. Darling.
Yeah?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I hope
Thank
I
you.
didn't get you into any kind of trouble with Iva. When I mentioned that Will Morley wasn't coming today.
Oh, no. I would appreciate if in the future you wouldn't mention my schedule to Iva. And if she does ask, Will Morley did come today, okay?
Oh. Okay. I just don't understand why you're telling a lie to Iva about something so silly.
Well, you know what I'd rather talk about is how you got Barbara to agree to
And
design.
another thing, you get so uptight. Anytime Iva mentions Jared Carpenter's visit to the farm. Now, it's got to be, darling. I mean, it's just got to be more than one bad business dealing that's getting you so upset. Come on. Oh, you're so hot and warm. Why don't you tell Mama? Tell Mama why you don't want her to sit down with Carpenter Reese and...
Look, I gave you my reasons. What's the problem here?
Darling, your reasons are no good. You who would steamroll your own mother for profit, you are madly in love with somebody else.
Look, Lenore, just drop it, will you?
Lenore. My name is Lucinda.
Iva, we've come so far since the day we first met, haven't we? Last night you said you loved me. I need to hear it again. What more do you have to know about me? I love you, you love me. Why can't that be enough?
Yes, I'm sure that can be arranged, Barbara. I'm looking forward very much to my second fashion show at the castle. I'm sure it'll be even more exciting than my first. By the way, your husband is here, along with my husband. I do like calling Duncan that for the little time that's left. Would you like to speak to your husband? Oh, all right, I will. All right, goodbye. Barbara sends her love. She didn't seem at all surprised to find that you were here.
Well, I told her I'd be following up on the phone numbers that, from Teresa, including your brother's number in Egypt.
Listen, I am so sorry. I wish that I could be more helpful, but I was never very close to Roderick, and I have no idea how or where to locate him. He's a very strange man, as Duncan knows, but I'm pretty sure that he wouldn't be harboring a known criminal. He's far too protective of his own skin.
Then could he have had a relationship going with Teresa that would give her reason to call?
Teresa, no. Teresa's hardly Roderick's type.
This is not a laughing matter, Lilith.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, but the idea of Teresa with Roderick, no.
If you hear from your brother, will you please find out how he can be located and let me know?
Oh, absolutely, I will. But, you know, in the 12 years that I was locked away in the sanitarium, I think I heard from him a total of 4 times, so it couldn't take forever. Excuse me.
Hi, Barbara said we were both due at the loft for a fitting, so I thought I'd come by and go with you. And maybe we can also finalize the things that you want to sell to Tom and Margot.
Oh, sure, wonderful. Come in.
Okay.
Well, don't you look lovely this morning?
Thank you.
How's Lisa?
Well, it's funny you should ask that. Matter of fact, she's fuming. She got her phone bill this morning, and Uncle Earl had apparently made a lot of overseas calls and a few to Egypt, too. And it's not that the bill is so extraordinary. It's just that she's really worried because he hasn't called since the last call he made after he left Oakdale.
Hello.
My beautiful Lilith.
Hello, what a nice surprise.
Can you speak freely?
No, I can't. I'm due at Barbara Ryan Originals for a fitting.
Oh, that might be perfect. I need someone to follow up on something I've set in motion there, and it's right up your alley, and I'll pay handsomely.
Surely there's someone better qualified than I. Tony Reyes discussing the modeling question. Sorry, as you were saying?
Well, actually, I do have someone else, but I'm not sure that I can trust him. Interested?
Mama!
Yeah? Tonio.
Hello.
My goodness, what a surprise. Very surprising to see you here with Meg away.
Yes, well, I've been hoping for an opportunity to speak with you, and this seemed like a good time.
Well, you've caught me right in the middle of making arrangements for Ivan's return back from New York. She's bringing Jared Carpenter home with her.
Yes, she's very lucky to have discovered that her father is so wealthy and famous.
Yes, I guess she is.
Caleb, I don't want to keep you from your chores. Don't sweat it, Tonio. Everything's under control.
Well, would you care to sit down? Would you like some coffee? Please, come, make yourself at home. There you go.
No coffee, thank you.
No?
No.
Okay.
Your family has never approved of my marriage with Meg. I know I have very different values and a different background from all of you. And it's hard to argue with that one.
Okay.
But it's just as important to me as it is to Meg to make our marriage work now.
Well, I'm very happy to hear that, Tonio.
I don't want you to be worried that I can't provide for Meg now that Craig has bought the business from me.
Well, I've never been concerned about you providing for her financially. You know, what I think she needs now is emotional support.
Well, I certainly intend to give her that. And this new enterprise I'm starting is going to make Craig's company look like small potatoes in comparison, to use a farm euphemism.
Yes. Well, you must be very happy about that.
Yes, I will certainly be able to provide Meg with whatever she needs.
I'm very glad to hear it because I have noticed a kind of a sadness in Meg lately, and I really don't understand it.
So have I, Tonio. Well, we just lost our child. That was very difficult for both of us.
Yes, I know, but I have a feeling that it's more than that.
Tony, did you talk to Meg again last night after you called here? No, I didn't. It was too late. I really don't like the idea of Meg leaving town so soon after her release from the hospital, but I am proud of her for supporting Lily's father.
Hello? Hi, Maggie. Guess who's here? Tonio.
What's he doing there, Caleb?
He's here to talk to Mama about you and some big plans he has for his new business. You want to talk to him?
No. We're on our way to the church.
May I speak with her, Caleb? Hello, Meg. How are you? I miss you.
Hello, Tonio. I miss you, too.
I've got some exciting news about my new business.
We'll be back later on today.
I can't wait. Well, I won't keep you. I'll give my best to Rod and Lily. I love you.
I love you, too. Give my love to Mama. Goodbye.
Ready to go now, Meg?
I'm gonna put the suitcases in the car.
What? Are we coming back here after the funeral?
I told my father we could stay longer, but he thought it would be best that we catch the flight right after the services.
You're probably right.
I feel so awkward after what I said to you last night.
Please don't. Remember, I'll always miss you. Always.
I'll miss you too. I want you to have a safe trip home. And I hope life is very good to you.
Thank you.
We better go.
Josh, wait. I have to tell you something first.
We'll continue with part 2 of As the World Turns in just a moment. Part 2 of As the World Turns.
Here are your seats, Daddy. You take the window seat, Iva, so that Daddy can have the aisle in case he has to take his medication.
I'm fine, Liz. You didn't have to see us onto the plane.
I want to make absolutely sure that you're settled in, and there wasn't enough time in the terminal
Really,
to explain
the
everything
window
to
seat
Iva.
is fine, thanks.
Iva, remember, he must be back in time for our family Thanksgiving.
I promise.
Oh, Daddy, give me that. I'll have the stewardess hang
I'd
out.
rather do it myself.
I guess you know if I could have done anything to prevent this trip, I would have. But for some reason, he's more stubborn than usual. Must be old age.
It's funny, I thought he looked younger than I've ever seen him.
Let's drop the pretense. I know all about your distasteful past, your illegitimate daughter and all of that.
Not just a
and
minute.
I know that you're after my father's money. But Stuart, Howard, and I have already spoken to our lawyers. The minute Daddy tries to change his will, we'll move in, and you'll have a fight on your hands, let me tell you.
I gotta have my seat, Liz, and you gotta vamoose. This plane's about to take off.
Of course. Oh. I'll be here for your return flight, Daddy. Please don't get sick.
Ow.
Oh, you have to deplane now?
Goodbye, Iva.
Did, Liz say something to upset you while I was gone?
No, nothing could upset me today. I want this trip to be one that we're going to remember always.
Thanks for calling, Addie. I really appreciate it. I really needed to talk to you. Well, everything's coming down on me again. Well, the good news is that Iva finally admitted to me that she loved me. But the bad news is that Jared Carpenter's coming out here to visit, and I've got to keep making up excuses why I can't go out to the farm to see him. Well, then on top of everything else, I got flustered and called Lucinda Lenore. Well, because I've been thinking about Lenore. That's why I slipped. Wait, Addie, look, I can't do that. I've told you that. I just can't. Look, I guess I better sign off, Addie. It's been nice talking to you. Lucinda and I better get back to work. She sends you her love, by the way. Yeah. Well, look, when I'm on my next trip east, I'll make sure to see you, okay? All right. I love you, too. Bye-bye.
So glad you remembered my name.
Very funny. So, I guess we've done all we can do here. I think we better get to the office, don't you?
Yeah. I want Ambrose to look into all the legal details. Simply Barbara.
But, you know, I would really love to find out exactly what your secret was, as far as Barbara Ryan's concerned.
She hasn't actually said she will, but I know that she will. Wait a minute. Why should I tell you my secrets until you tell me who Lenore is? And why you're so flummoxed every time I ask you?
Flummoxed, huh? That's a good word,
It's a good word, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know anyone named Lenore. I'm going to wash my face, and then we can get out of here, okay?
I think your approach to Cal Strickland is excellent. Nuts and bolts. Craig had a go at him. Just had one meeting. It didn't go well at all. He's a self-made millionaire. You know what I mean? Proud of the fact that he sweated in the oil fields.
Yeah. Well, in that case, maybe we ought to rent a less opulent office before he gets here.
Good morning, Ambrose, my darling. Yeah? Get on the phone immediately with the detectives, yes. I want you to check into a woman called Lenore from my darling Kirk's past. Yeah, I think I have a hunch I'm onto something where I can keep Mr. Anderson where I want him and for as long as I want him there.
I was just wondering if Andy said anything to you or Bob this morning. Well, maybe he's still thinking it through and he'll talk to me then. Thanks for being so understanding, Kim. Bye. Kim just invited me over the night before Thanksgiving for some kind of family ritual.
Yes, very nice. Though I thought you'd be in New York with Thanksgiving with Charles.
No, Charles has to spend that one with his family, and they're not all that comfortable having me around.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, I think you should spend Thanksgiving with us.
Well, thanks. Great. I'd like that very much.
So, tell me, what do you think?
Great, as always. But I still can't believe you're serious about designing for Simply Barbara.
Well, you know, I just hate to see anything that has my name on it go under like that. And besides, I can design it so it's not in competition with Barbara Ryan Originals for a different market.
Still doesn't make any sense. Besides, where are you going to find time to design another line and give Hal the baby he wants so much?
You know, I would, well, I just don't think I'm going to tell Hal till everything's set. And besides, I can handle anything. If I put my mind to it, I can find enough time. Hello. Oh, hello. Hello.
You two come with me. I can't wait to see you in the outfits I picked out here. Come on.
What a nice surprise. Hello, Duncan.
Well, these guys were coming over here for a fitting, so Duncan and I decided to escort them, you know. I still don't like this neighborhood, and I still don't like this building.
Yeah, well, I think I'm used to it by now, that's all.
Yeah, well, I remember the night that the electricity went out and you were stuck in the elevator. I remember that.
Well, I don't really want to remember it too much because I still think that James was behind it. So, tell me, was Lois able to help you trace any of those phone numbers that Teresa called?
Well, not really. She's convinced her brother wouldn't have been hiding James. I'm hoping Interpol can find Teresa.
Oh, thanks.
Do you know, I have a feeling that Teresa might be on her way across the Atlantic as we speak.
Now, how do you suppose she'll manage that without a passport?
Oh, just a feeling, Duncan. Barbara, listen, what time are we going to have the fashion show?
Oh, it'll be at 3:45.
Oh, perfect, because I'm planning on flying out that evening. That'll give us enough time, Duncan and Shannon, to have our candlelight supper that we talked about?
Well, I don't know, Lilith.
Oh, please, it's very important to me.
I'll let you know.
Ladies, follow me. I'll show you where to change.
Okay. I hope you like everything.
Barbara! Oh, darling, I'm so excited I couldn't keep away, and I brought Kirk with me. I want to know if you've given more thought to designing for Simply Barbara. I mean, contract stipulations, whatever you want, so that Ambrose can drop the papers.
Actually, Hank and I were talking about it this morning, and yes, I think we'll be able to handle it.
Ta-da!
Oh, my goodness. Don't you look handsome?
Thank you. Tie straight?
Yeah, there we go.
All right. I didn't know quite what to wear to welcome a millionaire. So.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Look at this. I just thought I'd take out this old album to show Jared. So much has happened since he was in Luther's Corner.
Not bad.
Oh, my God.
We're here.
Emma Snyder, you haven't changed at all.
My goodness. Oh, Jared. Look at you. Oh, don't you look wonderful? No, we haven't changed at all. The whole world has changed, but not us. What's this about you being sick? My goodness, you look as healthy as can be.
Oh, Ivor Findingme's changed all that. I'm going to live to be 100 now.
Me too. This is my brother, Caleb.
It's a pleasure to meet you, son.
And you too, son. Why, you're a spitting image of Harvey.
Well, I'll take that as a compliment since I hear it almost every day.
And it's true. For a moment there, it was like turning the clock back over 30 years.
Oh, my. Hey, go and get Jared's suitcase.
Okay, all right.
Put you up in the spare room. I have the spare room all ready for you, Jared.
How I wish Carolyn could be here to share this moment with us. I'll never be able to tell you what this trip means to me.
It's your daughter, Elizabeth. She wants to know how you feel after your trip.
Thank you. Liz, I never felt better. In fact, I may just buy another farm here in Luther's Corners and never come back to Southampton.
Maggie, you all right?
Oh, as okay as you can be after a funeral, I guess.
I know. I hated leaving my father there all alone. It was nice to see all those people come for the service, though.
I feel sad none of them knew what he was really going through when he was little. Hearing the reverend of the neighbors talk about what a great guy Uncle Henry was made me sick.
Me too. Hypocrisy is probably the worst thing to deal with.
Oh, that's the truth. I can tell you that.
I love you, Maggie. I really love you. I never meant to tell you, but certain things have given me the courage. And I'm hoping by some miracle you might feel the same way. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Meg, before we get back to Oakdale, I want to apologize for what I asked you the night we got to Kansas. I had no right to ask you if you loved my father. Because I knew if you did, you'd be with him right now and you wouldn't be going back to Tony. Excuse me.
We better go.
Josh, wait. I have to tell you something first.
What?
You've touched my life in ways that I can't even begin to tell you. We may not see one another again for a long time, but whatever happens to me, I want you to know that my life has been better because of you. I can get through anything now, knowing how you feel about me. It makes what happened between us even more special. I'm not saying any of this right. You made me believe in love again. And for a romantic like me, that's the greatest gift you can ever give me. Please remember that.
I love you, Maggie. And I always will.
Hello? Roderick, I am so glad that you're at a place where you'll be safe until I can get there.
It is very annoying to be in a hiding, Lilith. I blame James for getting me involved in the first place.
Ah, James. Yes, I had a call from him. He wanted me to work for him.
I wouldn't advise that, Lilith. He's an old friend, true, but he's very dangerous now, obsessed as he is with revenge and having his son with him.
Roderick, I am not fool enough to get involved with James, but I will keep him dangling in case I need him at some point in the future. Listen, I'm going to be doing a fashion show the week after the American Thanksgiving. My plans for Duncan and Shannon seem to be coming along very nicely.
I want you to forget about that, Lilith. Come back home where you'll be safe, as you always were here.
I will, but I have waited 12 long years for this, and I am not going to give up on it now. Roderick, I have to go, all right? I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Hey, I came by for that late lunch Madeira and girl talk that you promised.
Oh, well, I never go back on a promise. Come in.
Well, now, I don't know how you pulled this whole thing off, but I'm sure glad you did.
Oh,
Congratulations.
thank you,
I think the only one more surprised than me was Hal.
I think so. Now we leave all the details to Ambrose. And you and I have to get back to the office and prepare for Carol Strickland. We have to
Kirk
strip the old
Anderson.
big dog.
Hi, it's me.
Iva.
Walter Enterprises.
Oh, what a pleasant surprise. I'm really glad to hear your voice.
I'll see you at the office.
Okay. So, did you just get back from New York?
Well, Father's upstairs resting, so I thought I'd give you a call.
Oh, I'm glad you did. I was a little worried after we talked this morning.
Well, I did a lot of thinking, and there are parts of you that I don't understand, but I do love you.
I can't tell you what it means to me to hear you say that. And I promise you, after this visit, I'm going to do everything I can to make things right so that I can become part of your life with Jared, too.
Well, I'd like that a lot, and I hope one day there aren't any secrets between us.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, I heard Lily just walk in, so I'll call you later.
Oh, okay, great. But look, I still think it would be wise to not say anything to Jared about me yet.
All right, I won't.
Iva, I love you very much. I'll see you soon. Bye. I gotta take Addie's advice. Hi, Lenore. It's Kirk.
Hello?
Tonio, how are you?
I told you never to call me here. I have new offices now.
I tried you there, but your secretary told me that the big man was out.
Yes, well, I'm on my way back there now. I have a contract meeting with Reynolds and Schaffer.
Very good. You see, my contacts are starting to pay off for you already. I know that you signed with Terrell when you were picking up the money in Toronto.
Yes, everything's on schedule.
I'm glad, because I'm going to need to rely on you now to take care of some things that someone else was going to handle for me in Oakdale.
That woman with the English accent?
Yes, the very one, but she's become indisposed, so I need to now rely on you.
Which means exactly what?
It means that now you are going to listen very carefully.
Look, James, I told you in the very beginning of our agreement that I would not get involved with anything that would put me in trouble with the law.